All RVs, campers and trailers come with these old style thermostats, which it makes it very difficult to get to the temperature you need. That's why we put up this separate temperature gauge. So today I'm going to be removing this and installing this digital thermostat. So you basically set it to the exact temperature you want in degrees, and the thermostat will make the furnace turn on and off based on the actual temperature, not with this little slider nonsense over here. That's very hard to regulate your temperature. So I'm just going to pop the cover off. I've already taken the screws out. Now in the back, there's two wires. So I just bought this cheap multimeter. You can buy more of an expensive one. Basically, you want to find out which is the positive and which is the negative. Right now it says 12.9 volts, which means that is the positive and that is the negative. Because if I had them switched around, you'll have a little minus sign here, which is not going to hurt anything. It just shows you which is the positive, which is the negative. Cross them. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a minus sign there. So basically this is the positive. So I've taken a little bit of masking tape and wrapped it around this wire just to remind me which is the positive. Then I'm going to take these screws off, disconnecting the wires that send the signal to the furnace to turn on and off. Here's my new thermostat, and just as a test, here's where you connect the wires. Behind this one it says R, and that's one says W. So I made these little jumper cables. I screwed the R for red into the red one using a tiny little Phillips screw head, and the W I just put a brown wire, but what I'm most importantly worried about is the red wire. So I'm going to use these alligator jumper clips. I'm going to use, that's the positive, because I remember I got the masking tape wrapped around here. I'm just going to put it up here to keep it away from the negative. And I'm going to use it to the jumper wire on the thermostat, which is the red wire. And I'm going to do the same thing for the negative. Flip it there. And clip it to the brown wire, making sure that these don't touch. So here we got it. We're just doing a test. So the thermostat switch is in the off position. There's off and then heat. So I'm going to turn it on to the on or the heat position. And then right now the room that I'm standing in is 69 degrees. So let's program it to a higher temperature. Let's make it up to, like, for example, 85 degrees. And technically, air should start blowing out of the furnace right there. Let's see what happens. And like magic, the furnace turns on. And starts blowing warm air. So now that my test is done, I can just turn the thermostat off, which will in turn turn the thermostat off. Now that I know which wires connect to what, I can take away my alligator jumper cables. Remove them over here, making sure that they don't touch each other. And I'm going to remove these little pieces of wire here. These can basically go in the trash. I'm going to cut these off just so I have a nice clean wire so I can insert them into the thermostat. Technically I should be doing this with the battery disconnected to the coach. I'm going to cut that wire. And then you find your wire size, and you just want to strip a little bit of wire away so I can insert it into the thermostat. There we go. And we'll do it to the other side. Insert the positive into the R and the negative into the W. Now that I've got both wires securely tightened with the little set screws, I'm going to do another test. So turn it on, give it a high temperature, thermostat comes on, and I'm ready to hard mount it. And then all I've got to do now is securely fasten it to the wall. Batteries are installed, which came in the pack. You can buy any, basically it's called a single stage thermostat. You don't want a dual stage because that works the AC too, unless that's what you want to do. But we got one of the older ACs, so this just controls the furnace, which is heat. That's on. So that basically shows you the temperature of the room, which I don't need this big old thing anymore. And that's off. And that's on. So you can now take this old piece of crap and put it where it belongs.